How's it going, trainers? Welcome to our first deck highlight of the Celestial Guardians expansion. We are coming at you with some Leo action today. We're just calling him Leo so you can mock my pronunciations later. This card reads as incredibly powerful as is tradition. I would be surprised if one of the pack faces in Pokemon Pocket ends up not being a metagame staple, hitting for a whopping 120 points of damage for 2 energy and having a solid 180 HP pool. This card hits hard and fast, especially when paired with the best utility card in our latest expansion, Rare Candy. Today's deck list is playing Kangaskhan as well as Snorlax and Berry as the supporting cast for Leo. Leo's Rising Road ability allows us to mitigate what is typically the biggest downside that Kangaskhan and Snorlax have, i.e. their high retreat cost, by jumping into the active spots. There's also been a good amount of people experimenting with Oricorio, who does not take damage from EX Pokemon, so Snorlax being paired with Berry, being able to burst that down in a single shot, will give us a lot of utility in the games that we're playing. If you enjoy seeing people explore all sorts of different Pokemon Pocket decks with the latest cards as this expansion rolls out, be sure you're subscribed to this channel so you don't miss any of the upcoming ones we have. If you enjoyed this Berry Leo build, be sure to like the video for the rest of the day. Have fun. Hey, thanks for taking the time to hook it up, Jan. Appreciate it. Jeff, do you primarily plan to play new Pokemon today? Or do you think you'll explore old ones with Rare Candy? It really depends on how long we stream for. My goodness, this shuffle it out, Rare Candy it up, put it back in with full life is just like the rudest turn 1, turn 2 possible. Feels like they're cooked. Yeah, I don't know how they ever win the game. I guess they could flip a bunch of Misty Heads and get us. I mean, I would be shocked if this card isn't defining in some way. Would be 0% surprised if this build we're currently playing ends up not being the one, but the numbers and the effect, like, being able to mitigate the high retreat costs of these types of cards is so strong. I personally wish Pocket would do some live balance to their older cards periodically, if only because live balance would give them the opportunity to buff fan favorite characters that aren't playable currently. It would be nice if, with the start of the season, in addition to getting new cards to play with, they also, like, buffed up a range of older cards. It's like, here, you love this Pokemon that's never been good, have some better numbers. What buffs would you want to see? There's really just, like, a giant list of Pokemon that are unplayable in this game. Just, like, pick 3 to 5 of them and make them better. Too much when people talk about live balance, they think, oh, you just want to nerf good stuff, but it cuts both ways. You can also just like make older stuff better too. That felt pretty clean. The berry package just felt really, really good alongside Leo. You think that Dialga and Solgaleo would work well together? I don't. I think you don't need to ramp with Solgaleo. That's the primary purpose of Dialga. What's the meta, Jeff? I think anyone who's trying to tell you what the meta is less than 12 hours after the card's released is either an idiot or someone trying to sell you something. And in either case, you should be cautious of listening to what they have to say. I think we play the other Cosmog out here. Playing against a Sabrina. Some Snack Factory pretzel chips and some lemon hummus, which is almost gone. Who's a good Greninja partner? Historically, this has been the best performing Greninja deck recently, although it fell out of the metagame a little bit. We played Greninja with Decidueye earlier today, and that was kind of sweet. There will definitely be a highlight up with that tomorrow. So we crack them for 120. We go to 70. They go 100, put us to 70. We go energy on Starlax. We hit them for 120. They clear us. Starlax with berry finishes. We win the game. Okay. They have cape, I guess? Nope. All right. I think they were dead regardless, but I think they were dead regardless, but the Sabrina is a puzzling decision with the hat on the Snorlax. That felt really clean. You think they're playing new Raichu? They could be, yeah. New Raichu, actually. Clear Starlax next turn, huh? New Raichu seems like a counter to a lot of things other than Sunlion. Yeah, but the Ornicorio is good into the Sunlion, right? So there's some interesting tension there between the two. Rising Road lets us jump in, and we're good to go, right? Yeah, the helmet dealing 20 here is such a big deal. Good night. Do you think you'll give a try to playing a build of Leo with Drudagon? I think with the amount of Oricorio we've run into, I would rather play Kangaskhan so we can attack with it. Case in point. Alright, Mama, throw hands on this dog. Unlucky. I think I get Solgaleo up here to threaten. So that way if they swap in Magnezone and they go to 120, Leo can come in and clean it out. Oh, this is perfect. Mama getting exactly 50% heads, but putting them both on the same attack, so that way they don't have a chance to heal. Perfection. And this gets the knockout here, nice and clean. And then it's got more than enough HP to survive a couple of hits from this for Snorlax to come in and clean out. the more we've played against people playing this card, the more having Snorlax as our pairing for Leo seems right. Feels like we've gotten people into this position a bunch, and then we're just like, okay, Fat Man clears you and we win the game. Very, very strong numbers. Any thoughts on Skarmory with Leo? It's definitely one of the ways you can build it. We are between Skarmory and Kangaskhan and Snorlax, so I decided to start here. I like that Leo lets you mitigate the high retreat cost of these, which is typically a downside. Mama with the full brick there twice is very unfortunate. Fancy Leo. If they retreat, they're just dead, right? I guess they could have second Leo though. They could have second Leo, and then I'm dead. I think. I don't have Cyrus. Dead to second Leo, but otherwise they're gone. Well, they need Leo plus Candy, actually, yeah. This is only the basic. Fellow Kangaskhan enjoyer here. Rayquaza. A lot of damage this chat, but also a lot of energy. My kingdom for some candy, huh? What's your recommendation for which packs to pull from? I'd recommend opening the pack that has rare candy in it to start. What's the best way to build around Rayquaza? Probably Manaphy or Dialga would be the best starting points. 4 energy. 4 energy is a lot, though. All right. If we find candy here, the game basically ends on the spot, yeah? Unlucky. We hold on to our cards because of Iono. I got rare candy and didn't realize it was good. To be fair, we don't know if it's good yet. A card like Oricorio is one that I really don't expect to be good in Pokemon Pocket's random queue. There's a pretty wide range of stuff in here. In fact, I think I'd go so far as to say metagames where Oricorio feels like they're worth playing is probably a metagame that kind of sucks. Probably about to have a real bad time if that card's not killable by most of the decks. Let's go ahead and pick our point up here with the Lax. Wake up! Ooh, what's that one do? When this Pokemon is in your active spot, whenever you attach an energy from your energy zone to it, it is Man, the things they decide to give full arts to in this game, chat. The things they decide to give full arts to in this game really are something. Ooh, piece of candy. Gosh, these really feel like different cards when you could retreat them for free. That's very, very silly. Okay, so they could energy and switch to this, or something else and switch to this. And then Snorlax cleans it out the following turn. If people are going to be trying to make this card work, pairing this with Snorlax and things like Skarmory seems extra important. I don't even know if I want Iono here, honestly. This card dealing 10 damage to itself feels like it was in testing and someone's like, this thing's cracked, it needs a drawback. And they were like, you know what, make it do 10 damage to itself. That's a drawback. It'll be fine.